So earlier tonight, local youth leader Dorian D. Max Pillsbury and members of the Brewer Middle School basketball team hosted a teddy bear drive at Brewer High School. The event was part of Youth Night with the Brewer Athletic Department and was aimed at collecting the cute stuffed animals for the Boys and Girls Club of Bangor. For years, the club gifted every child a birthday bear to help make sure their special day felt celebrated. When the club ran out of bears, the tradition had to be put on pause momentarily. But as of recently, club leaders sought out Dorian, believing he would be the right person to kickstart the tradition once again.
It's really fun and awesome to see putting smiles on kids' faces. And it's really important to capitalize helping out the community because it's really much needed right now.
If you weren't able to make it to the event tonight but would like to donate a teddy bear, starting next week, Smoke and Steel in Bangor will have a donation box where you can drop one off.